So, good evening, everybody. I hope you're all well. I hope you're all raring to go. It's good to see all of you again. I'd really like to apologise about last week, but I had real problems with my computer and I just couldn't do it. So it's really good to see you all again, and it's really good to be back. We're going to have a similar class to always, but I'm going to do a little bit with phrasal verbs as well. Good evening, Beatrice. Good evening, Count. Good evening, Hussein. Good to see you again. Nice to see you back. Okay, so if you look, the very first question I've got to warm up is how many synonyms and idioms can you think of for mad? Yeah. Okay, hi Kirmat, good evening Cheyenne, good evening Antonio. Good to see you all in here. So let's hope. I'm doing fine. Good evening me. Hello. So how many synonyms and idioms can you think of for mad? Yeah, there are quite a few of them. Crazy, exactly, Edge. And nuts. So let's start writing. Crazy. Nuts. I'm writing in the wrong place. Yeah. So crazy. Nuts. Yeah. Good evening, Elizabeth Bennett. Good evening, Vitalia. Oh, I love that, Vitalia. Non compos mentis. Not of sound mind. Renyard says insane. Balmy from Mangira. And insane from Maria Lazard. Mad as a hatter, I like that one. Mad as a hatter. Oh, and Hubby said that one as well. Good evening, Hubby. I didn't see you there. So, hi live, good to see you. Hi Heidi, yet furious. No, furious means angry. Egg, mental. Yeah, that certainly works. Not the full ticket. Yes, Count Beauty. Not the full ticket. In high dudgeon. No, Vitalia, if somebody's in high dudgeon, they're really angry. So, this is really interesting. I hadn't realised what I've done. Look, I'm British. And if I say mad, I mean crazy. I don't mean the American mad. If I was saying this in American and I said, how many synonyms and idioms can you think of for mad? That would be angry. But in this British accent, crazy, mad. And that's why I didn't accept furious from Heidi yet. I hadn't understood it, yeah? So, to blow a fuse, to blow a fuse is to get really angry. Eccentric, I like eccentric, Kirmat. So I'm looking, yeah, out of your mind, out of your mind. I'm looking for ones meaning insane because I'm British, yeah? Wacky, I like that, Sam. Wacky's a bit crazy. If you're miffed, you're a bit angry as well. Deranged from Kermat and off your rocker from Cheyenne. So, deranged and off your rocker. Yeah, she's wacky. To be a lunatic. That's it, Harry. Nutty as a fruitcake and doolally from Count Beauty. Cuckoo, thank you, Vitalier. Cuckoo's a bird. Cuckoo, cuckoo. A nutter. Yeah. A nutter. They're huge at these. So, well done. Well done, John Zilla. Off one's rocker. You're off your rocker. Off your rocker. And, Beatrice says a screw loose. A screw loose. Notice, loose double O. Off the handle. I guess that works, but to fly off the handle, Manjira talks about getting really angry. So Vitaly, unhinged. That sounds good. Frenzied, delirious, deranged. Are you nuts, mate? Go bananas. Bananas means angry English vibe. So when my boss discovered I'd lost the contract, he went bananas. And Adam, out of your mind, exactly, out of your mind. And lose your marbles. Lose your marbles. And then here we've got all these. He's thank you, Cheyenne. You just took that out of my mouth. That's brilliant. A sandwich short of a picnic. Yeah. Sick in the head and Gaga. I like Gaga, John Zilla. Gaga, Lady Gaga. She's a bit crazy, isn't she? Not all there, loco, sick in the head. Not all there. He's not all there, you know. He's a bit sick in the head. Yeah. Sick in the head. Round the twist. That's a good one, John Zilla. Out of your mind. Yes, it does count. Absolutely. To flip out. You see, you could say flip out, Hussein, but very often we use flip out meaning to be amazed. I was flipped out by the amazing things that this guy could do. Nutty as a fruitcake. Delusional, Javi. Absolutely, that's great. Okay, we're going to leave this, and I'm amazed at how many there are. But remember, if a Brit says mad, it means crazy. If an American says mad, it means, yeah, Spanish loco works. If an American says mad, he means angry. Definitely loco works, but you need to say it with an English pronunciation. He's loco. Yeah, this guy's absolutely loco. But I find it really hard to say Spanish words. To flip out. Flip out means, let's see, he could flip out, become angry, but normally to be amazed. That's it, through this mental. So I flipped out because he could do some amazing tricks. So, and here we go. We've got two good answers. Vitalia, absolutely. Human, absolutely. And Elizabeth, absolutely. Javi, absolutely. Count a hot point. It could be a hot topic. Egg. It could be, but here I'm really looking for a hot potato. Yeah, a hot potato is a subject that people are is very controversial. This subject is a hot potato. Good evening, Tomek. Nice to see you. Absolutely, Adam. So, a hot potato. One of these subjects. So, yes, absolutely, Manjira. That's really good. Yeah, this subject's a hot potato. A lot of people are getting upset about it. Yeah, so I don't know, maybe the COVID vaccinations are a hot potato at the moment. Yeah, solving this problem. Okay, so here we've got the next one. An easy and pleasant job that also pays well. A job. I've got a really good synonym for this one. A sinecure. But that's a different, that's a synonym for an easy and pleasant job that pays well. And Vitalia, as always. Moot point is something that's not relevant. It's something that you don't need to talk about. So we've had we've had a safe job. Yeah, a safe job, but Human, a safe job's one that they're not going to sack you, but maybe they pay you badly. Yeah, I guess you could call it a dream job and a cozy job. But this is real jobs. Wow, hubby, I really like that one. I'm going to accept that one. It wasn't the one I was thinking of, so that now gives us two correct answers. One from Vitaly and one from you. Good evening, Manu. Yeah, you could say a dream job, but I like Vitalia's answer of plum, and I have to accept hubby's peachy. If something's peachy, it's really nice. Oh, sinecure is incredibly formal and incredibly posh, and half of the native speakers you use it with, Reniel, they're not going to know what it means. Yeah? So, let's see. Yeah, so a plum job, a peachy job. Have any of you got a plum job, a peachy job? I bet we all have to just work hard for our money. Lavish job. Lavish means abundant. We giving everything. Yeah, a skyrocketing job, going to the roof. So a plum job, yeah, a plum job is an idiom. A plum. I've written it in the wrong one. Yeah, so yeah, he has got a plum job. Yeah. So, a plum job, a lazy job. No, not really a lazy job. The person's lazy. Yes. So, here you go. He's got a plum job. He doesn't have to do anything. Let's see. I think these people who go round restaurants trying the food, criticisms of them, I think that's a plum job. So food critic is a plum job. I'd probably end up so fat. A plum posting in the army, that would work, John Zilla. Very definitely. Very definitely. Okay, so yeah, a plum job, something that's good, a plum posting. I like that because in the army you don't have jobs, you have postings. Yeah, so I don't know. In the army, a plum posting would be to somewhere nice and safe. Hello, Tanetra. Good evening. Yeah, so a peachy job, a plum job. I think both of those are really good. Really good. So let's try the next one. Fix something quickly, because if you don't, it will just get more difficult to fix. This is an idiom you guys know, I think. So A in time saves. Absolutely, Vitalia. You see, like an arrow, you are always. Bang, bang. Yeah? A in time saves and count. Absolutely. Well done, sir. Good. So this means do it now because the situation's only going to get worse. If you do a little thing, well done, Hussein, a little thing now, then you won't have to do a big job later. Well done, Manjira. Well done, Tanetra. Well done, Vibes. Well done, Javi. That's really good. Yeah? So in English we say a stitch in time saves 9. Yeah, absolutely. And head through this. Well done. That's good work. Yeah, you've definitely got this one. And Kiramat. Well done, Kiramat. A stitch in time saves 9. It's just, for example, if you've got a shirt and it's got a little break in it, if you do put one stitch in it now, then it's repaired. But if you leave it, it just gets better. So to inflate, to blow up, Mohammed, to make bigger. Absolutely, English Vibes. Otherwise the situation might exacerbate. Absolutely. So to inflate, to make bigger, to make larger. Yeah? Okay, so, yes. Also inflation as well. Well done, Manu. You're there. Good job. Good work. Yeah. Okay, so, yes. A stitch in time saves 9. Okay, we're going to come to another one any second now, if the connection allows it. Yes, here we go. So, unnecessary anger or worry about an unimportant or trivial, irrelevant matter. Yeah. To blow up a balloon, you inflate a balloon. You could inflate the budget. Yeah, he was inflated with his own importance. Good explanation, Vibes. Well done. Okay, so unnecessary anger or worry about an unimportant or trivial matter. Okay, so Vibes, we say to make a mountain out of a molehill. That needs a verb, to make a mountain out of a molehill. But, okay. Saves 9 stitches, so a stitch in time, 1 stitch now saves 9 stitches in the future. When your shirt breaks and you put 1 little stitch in it, it's resolved. But if you leave it, then it gets bigger and you have to put various in there. So let's see. Tanetra definitely got that. Vitaly got that. I really like Hubby's second answer, a tempest in a teapot. I think that's really good. Haida yet good, and Tomek and Manjira and Beatrice. So a storm, and I've got to put this, tempest, in a teacup or teapot. Yeah, so yeah, very often people make make a storm in a teacup about something irrelevant, a tempest in a teapot. So well done, John Zillaz, and well done, Kid Matt. Head through this. A tempest is like a storm. It's like a hurricane. Well done, Manu. So let's see. Yeah, Tomek, Manjira, Beatrice. Head through this. John Zilla, Manu. Much ado about nothing. I quite like that as well. That's very good, Vitaly. Much ado about nothing. Yeah. So let's see. Yeah, that's good. So I'm going to change, and I want to do something different today for a little bit. So I want to do the phrasal verb break. Yeah. B-R-E-A-K. So, to break away. Can anybody give me a sentence with to break away? So, to break away, yeah, The Tempest by Shakespeare. Drama queens tend to act like that and make a storm in a teacup. Absolutely, Vibes. Oh, I like Tomek's to blow something out of proportion. Shakespeare, eh? Yes. Or also, Much Ado About Nothing. That's yes, my spelling was really good to start with, VG. So, can anybody give me a sentence using to break away? Notice count. Brake is the pedal on your car. Yeah, so I put and you say break a leg. Okay, Human, that's good. The player broke away from the others. So the player broke away from the others. The prisoner broke away from the jail. I would say he broke out of the jail. Break away from the daily grind. That's good. So several members broke away from the group to form their own group. The cyclist managed to break away from the group. Yes, so to break away, to separate from a group. Yeah. To become separate from the members of a group. Yeah, and this is what we normally use for break away. I would say the prisoner broke away from the cell. I would say he broke out of the cell. To break away from a group. The police broke away the rioters. No. So to break away, to become separate members of a group. So for example, the politicians broke away from the party and formed their own political party. So let's try the next one now. Next one is break down. Okay, so to break down, there are several meanings for this. My friend, friend tried to break away, but I held his tights. I love it, Hussein. Yes, he break away from me. Yeah? Okay, so yes, we're having some connection problems. The broken away sheep, the sheep that broke away was slaughtered by the wolf. That's good, Egg. So yes, the sheep separates from the wolf. Yes, you're most welcome to send super chats, Somveer. He broke away his heart. No, that doesn't work. When he saw her boyfriend, my car broke down yesterday. Okay, that's good, Victor Gabriel. So, my car broke down. I'll have that as a first one. My car broke down. So, a machine that stops working. My PC broke down. Absolutely. Nope. So, Beatrice, to invade a house is to break in. My nerves broke down. That would do, hey routine. Yeah? So, he broke down in tears. The convict broke down under interrogation. That's a really good one, Manjira. The steak I ordered was so tough, I couldn't break it down. I think, Vitalia, normally we would use break down meaning to decompose. Yeah, you're not going to break your steak down, you're going to cut it into pieces. Plastic does not break down in the environment. He had a breakdown after the divorce. Good example. I broke my essay down into different subjects. Good. She broke down in tears. That's good, Mattus. He couldn't control his emotions and broke down. I hope the internet connection won't break down today. I guess, but Count Beauty, but more normally we're using breakdown for a piece of machinery. I think probably won't go down, won't crash would be the best word there. Leftovers break down into small toxic materials. That's a really good one. Beatrice, my friend broke down in tears. Good, when she heard of her father's death. So, Tom, can someone break down this tough material for me? Absolutely. My dishwasher broke down. Good, get through this. Jane broke down when she heard she had failed her exam. Good example. Stomach acids breaks food down during digestion. Good, VG. My washing machine broke down and I couldn't Washington my clothes. He was so emotional that he couldn't help breaking down. Good, Habby. I'm sorry, Nora. That happens to me. He broke down in tears. Safwan. Good. Tomek, let me break this manual instruction down into paragraphs. Good. So, to separate into various bits. Okay, so let me put some definition here for us. To fail to work. Yeah, a machine. Yeah, the car broke down. To become weak through overwork. Okay, yeah, well, the system broke down. I broke down because I was overcome by emotions. To decompose, I like that example about stomach acids breaking down the food. Having driven for an hour, the car broke down. Absolutely, that sounds great. Let's try the next one. Break into. Yeah. So, let's see. Must we put in tears after broke down? Not necessarily. He broke down. I know exactly what it means. Head through this. My health broke down with the pandemic. Good. Well done, head through this. And Ayad, thank you. And I broke my leg. I broke down my leg. No, I broke my leg, Hussein. You can't break down your leg. Break down, to decompose. A machine fails to work. your body, I guess your body could start to break down as you die, to be overcome with emotions. So let's try this next one. To break into. Yeah. Okay, the robbers broke into the vault. Very good, Cheyenne. The burglars broke into the house. Vibes. The thief broke into the car, into the car and stole his wallet. Good, Victor Gabriel. Okay, thief. Absolutely. Elizabeth Bennett. They broke into my house when I was out. Good. Burglars broke into our house yesterday. After falling, the cup broke into pieces. That works as well. Break down and cry. Absolutely, Adam. I don't think broke down leg would work. No, it doesn't. He broke into laughter. That's very good. So to start something, the master needs to break the novice into the job. That works as well. He broke into our house and made away with my laptop. Great, Beatrice. He was totally broken down after losing 5 of his sons. I would say he broke down totally, Christian Alexander. A burglar broke into a house. Good. They were on holiday. Their house was broken into. Good, Vitalia. Mangira. The other night some robbers broke into the big house. Good. The glass broke into pieces. Haritine, that's fine. The car window broke into pieces as the burglar broke into the car. Gertrudis. The thief broke into my house last night. Vive. She burst into tears. To break into she broke into tears. It works. We have to find a way to break into this math problem. I think that works as well, Matters. They've been having lunch. They have been having lunch when the police broke into the house and put them under arrest. And I like that, Hussein. He suddenly broke into song. So I'm going to put here break into to enter by force, but notice as well, to start, he broke into song, he broke into a sweat. Yeah, okay, he broke into tears. Yeah, he started when I heard of the miseries. Break the window, break the vase, sounds more natural, absolutely. Okay, it was rude of him to interrupt our conversation and break into a big argument. Absolutely. So that probably leads me to the next one, English vibes, which is to break in on. To break in on. Okay, so this break in on would really do. It was rude of him to break in on our conversation. She broke into a dance. Yeah, I would say she broke into dance. That's what happens in Bollywood. You see them acting and talking, and then suddenly, they break into song, break into the music business. Absolutely, to find space in a market. As well, very definitely. So break in on. Break in on. Yeah, what about break in on? I had to break into my savings to pay for my car repairs. That's a good one, Vitalier. Your car broke down. That's really sad. You can break the chocolate into various pieces if you want. You could break into your savings to pay for the chocolate. He broke in on us and burst into the room. That really, really works. So, yes, Kiramet, I love your question, Kiramat. To break in is intransitive. The burglar broke in. The burglar broke into the house. So if you have a direct object, it's break into. But if you don't have a direct object and it's intransitive, then break in, cut in, jump in. Absolutely. Exactly. Break in doesn't need an object. Good. When you see them arguing again, don't try to break in on their argument. That's it. I advise you to leave instead. Maybe, yeah. So to interrupt suddenly, to burst in on someone. Yeah, the child broke in on us while we were in bed. At the end of the film, the actor will break in on the scene. He broke in in the company on his best foot. We actually haven't had another meaning of break in as well. Yes, she always used to break in on her conversations. If you break something in, for example, you have a wild horse and you need to break it in, or you buy a new pair of shoes, and you have to break them in. So that's without anything. I've got to break in these new shoes. I've got to break in the new employee. And, Manjira, I don't want anyone to break in on the meeting perfectly. You prefer breaking into the house than finding the key. The singer's voice broke in on her thoughts. That's a really good example, Hussein. I really like that one. Okay, so yes, well, we're now down to break in, just break in on its own. So break in is like break into or break in on, but intransitive. So break in trance, no object, no direct object. Bear down on, close in on, break in on, no vibes. Bear down on, close in on means to get close to. I think it's normally something like 1 o'clock in the morning in India, Amit. I'm sorry about that. Break in your new shoes to make them so that they work fine. So, for example, to break a horse in is to tame it, or break in your new shoes or something like that. Yeah, so make it actually usable again. Okay, so it's a really good example by Hussein. I really like it. It sounds very literary. So wrong window. To break off. What about to break off then? To break off's reasonably easy. Yeah, I hate having to break new shoes in. I'm very good at it though. Greetings. So charevle, or something like that. I think it's charenble, I think it is. I'm sorry, my reading of Russian characters is not that good. So to break off. What are meanings for break off? It takes some time to break shoes in. Absolutely, I quite agree with you, Victor Gabriel. Okay, so let's see. To break off. Break off means to abruptly stop talking. He broke off because there was a very loud noise. Whoops, the handle broke off. Absolutely. To break off a square of chocolate. Absolutely. Break off from bad habits. I would more normally, Tanetra, just say to break bad habits. I broke in horses. I tried to accustom them to being ridden. Absolutely, Hussein. Okay, so to break off, to stop. So he was talking to me and he broke off to answer the phone. Can we break off for the rest of the day? Great example, Vitalia. Yeah, to break off working. To stop. Yeah, let's break off. It's time to break off. They broke off the relationship. She broke off the engagement. Yeah? So, to break off, to stop, to not continue. Can we break off for the rest of the day? Absolutely. And let's try the next one. Whoops. Count. He broke off because she had broken into the conversation. A good example, Count. I like that. Yeah. When she found out he was cheating on her, she immediately broke it off. Good, Victor Gabriel. Manjira, their long-term relationship broke off all of a sudden. Yeah, that's probably because it broke down, Manjira. The relationship broke off She broke off the relationship. So both transitive and intransitive, Renyard. Yeah. We broke off for tea. I broke the stick off. But the call broke off. The operator broke the call off. I'm breaking off to write. I'm breaking off writing. Off needs a gerund manu, therefore, because my mother's calling me. And Beatrice, kindly spare time and give me a direction on use of phrasal verbs in easy writing. Should they be totally avoided? Let's see, phrasal verbs are informal generally. If you're writing something semi-formal, you can use it. Thank you so much, Somvir. That's really kind of you. So in writing, if you're writing something semi-formal, maybe, but you need to look at the individual formality of the different phrasal verbs. Beatrice, if you're writing something formal, do not use phrasal verbs. Okay, wow, Somvir, thanks a lot. That's really kind of you. To break off or to break up. Yes, I think they can be, the relationship broke off, the relationship broke up. It works well. I wouldn't be surprised if they broke it off soon. But here, English Vibes, if they broke it up soon, no, if they broke it off soon. The PM broke off for a while and carried on talking. Okay, break off and break away are the same. Yes, you can most certainly. He broke off from the group. He broke away from the group. But I think break away is better for separate from a group. Yeah. He broke off the end of the branch. He broke away the end of a branch. It's good as well. So, Hussein, I'm breaking off with my girlfriend and divorcing with my wife. Lose the with. I'm breaking off with my girlfriend and divorcing my wife. I broke off when the boss entered the room. Very good. We had to break off for a short holiday. Or we had to break off the holiday because we ran out of money. So, let me give you some examples here with break off. And we are now down to the next one, which is break out. Break out. We're almost finished. We're almost through this break. It took me longer than I thought. But to break out, to break out. So, to break out. The session breaks off. Yeah, this session will break off when, or I will break this session off when we finish this phrasal verb. Break off, break up. So let's see. I think if you break something off, you do it on purpose, whereas an iceberg breaks up. Yeah, we'll come to up in a second. You could break something up into separate pieces, but to break off is just to take one piece off. Break up, it's got lots of different pieces coming from it. The prisoner broke out of the jail. Absolutely. If I were you, I would break off with her. Absolutely, Mr. Excess. I ate too much chocolate and now I'm breaking out. That's really good. To break out in a sweat. The pandemic broke out. So, start something. Here we go. He broke out of prison. Good. A rash with an A, beauty. A rash on his face broke out. World War II broke out all of a sudden. Good. The pandemic broke out. That's great. Thank you, my Alpha Lamis. That's kind of you. Okay, the war broke out. Absolutely, Cheyenne. The PAMDD. A breakout of the virus. You can also actually have a phrasal verb, or the phrasal verb, an outbreak. But this is normally one word. To break out of the virus, no, the virus broke out the other way. He broke out in a sweat. The virus broke out. The epidemic broke out. A little drop of petrol was enough to cause the fire to break out, to start. Acne breaks out, absolutely, to NUTTER. The pimples break out. I broke out into a sweat with cold. Very good, Hussein. A smile broke out on his face. That's great, Matters. Yeah? Okay, so I'm going to paste some examples here with this. I'm breaking out to study 5 books a year. Coronavirus outbreak. I'm not totally happy with this. No, something so. It's normally something physical. Can something break out of style? I've not heard it used like the news broke out. A massive fire broke out. That's great. An argument broke out. An argument broke out all of a sudden. War broke out. Good. The fever in this patient has broken. So fever broke out in the patient 2 hours ago. Head through this. I broke out of the room, Beatrice. Yes, that works. And a breakout. Let's see, that's actually a very good question, Vibes. I think a breakout is when there was a breakout from the prison, but there was an outbreak of a virus. So, slightly different meanings. A rash broke out on his face after he used the lotion, so he had an outbreak of rash. How to curb the breakout of any natural disaster, a very difficult thing to do. So I would say a breakout, an escape, whereas an outbreak, to begin suddenly. Okay, and then finally the last one, to break up. Wow, thank you, Somvid. That's really good of you. And again. So the final riots broke out. Absolutely, Adam. I hate it when I break out in hives. Good, my el-Talamis. Teacher broke out experimenting evil things. It still doesn't work. Amit, we don't use to break out for people. Something bad broke out. Sweat broke out on his face. An epidemic broke out in my country. War broke out, but a person doesn't break out doing something. Amit. So, Vitalia, rash, sweat, acne, pimples, viruses, wars, fires. That's great, Vitalia, thank you. I've broken up with my partner. Good, because the relationship broke down. So to break up, to come to pieces. Yeah, riots broke out. Sand slowly breaks up into sand. Well, shells slowly break up into sand. Yeah, to break down as well would work in that example, Victor Gabriel. Shells break down into sand. Or to break up, to break into pieces. The iceberg broke up. Break it up, guys. We don't need a quarrel now. That's a really good one, Cheyenne. To break up an argument, to break up a fight. I'm entering a lift, so the call might break up. Absolutely. When you can't hear the voice. When you're on the mobile phone, that's your voice is breaking up. If this live was glitching, it'd be breaking up. Absolutely. Yes, Vibes. And, wow. VG, our school will break up next week for the summer. Great. So the meeting broke up. The school term broke up. It's very common that kids broke up. He was so boring that the meeting broke up in 15 minutes. I can't hear you, I'm breaking up. The union broke up, it separated. Yes, absolutely. So, let's see, what have I got here? Yeah, the meeting broke up at 6, your voice is breaking up. The relationship broke up. So, Breaking Bad. So Breaking Bad's probably going to become a phrase in the future, but break the chocolate biscuits up into small pieces and put them on a tray. Absolutely. So, my friends, we're going to stop today. That's been a slightly different second part. I get the feeling you actually like these phrasal verbs more than the story. So I think maybe next time we're going to do more phrasal verbs. So, Tom K, let's break up the condition and calm down. The commotion, absolutely. Count Beauty, the reception was breaking up because of the storm. Manjira, the couple broke up over a petty issue. The political party broke up. I broke up a cola can, absolutely. And Vitaly, when did the party break up? At 8 o'clock in the morning. We broke up with Richard. I broke up with Richard. That's absolutely so. A relationship breaks up. It breaks down, it decomposes, and then it breaks up. You separate. And then maybe the two people break away from each other. School term breaks up next September. Absolutely. Yeah. Ah, thank you, Tomek. I didn't know that. It's a regional phrase from the US, Breaking Bad. I guess it's when bad things happen. Open the chocolate bar and break it up into small pieces. Phrasal verbs are difficult. Okay, enough for today. Thank you all very much. You've been a brilliant group. I will see you next week. Technology permitting, as long as there are no breakdowns. So, thank you very much indeed. It was great. I'll see you next week. Bye for now.